Hello, welcome back to Tende and welcome back to the Vigne and welcome back to our wall project, part 2 on rebuilding our dry stone wall. It's quite a bit colder today. There was a lot of frost this morning when I got up and the weather's not meant to be good this week. Today's the last sunny day and then I think Thursday and Friday we're forecasting rain, so I'd really like to get this wall finished today. Let's recap where we are. We've come about a third of the way up and it's looking pretty good. We've got a lot of rocks left, the big ones over there and the medium ones and the small ones. So at the moment I'm slightly worried that I'm going to have a lot of rocks left over, but we'll see how we get on. It's always a bit worrying when you do a job like this to have things left over at the end, like when you're putting together a bit of furniture and you have some screws left over at the end, you think you've done something wrong. But it's a bit like doing a jigsaw puzzle where you're not quite sure what the thing should look like at the end. You don't have a picture. You don't know how many pieces there are in a jigsaw puzzle, and in fact the number of pieces may change as the job goes along. So the first thing to do today is to raise this string higher up to about here, I think, and then start laying the stones as we did before, and work as quickly as possible and see how far we can go. Hopefully we can get this wall finished today before the rain comes. So let's get cracking. So as you can see, I've raised the string to a higher level so I can see where I'm going, and I've also removed some of the overhanging earth that was here because I don't want that falling down onto the wall. I don't want earth in the wall that I've already created, and also if it rains heavily on Thursday and Friday and I don't finish today, I don't want any of that earth collapsing onto the wall and then knocking down some of the stones I've already laid. Which is another reason why I'm in a hurry to get this done today if possible. So, string's in place. I've got some smaller stones here to wedge in some of the bigger stones. So let's get going. I found this rock to begin with, this stone here. This looks like a promising one. As you can see, all of the stones here are round. I don't really have, if you look around, there aren't any flat stones. Flat stones would make it a lot easier to work with, but that's the way it is. So I found a fairly decent stone here. If I turn this around and try and find an angle which works. So like that, it's not moving anymore. And if I can bring that out and check the line. Yeah, that's okay, I'm happy with that one. That's not moving there. So we're going to slip in some smaller stones around the back and the sides and wedge that in so that it doesn't move anymore. And then we can progress. So I think I've come to the biggest rock I've actually got, which is this one here. It's very big, it's very heavy, so it looks almost ideal to go in this space here. So let's give this a go and see if I can do it without hurting my back. Back straight, knees up, there we go. Gently. No, needs to be turned around, I think. That's okay. Let's bring it out a little bit so it matches up with the line. And the good thing about this one is it's a nice big solid rock, and if you can see the gap there, it's covering the gap from the top, which is great because that's exactly what you want to do. This one here needs a bit of support, but we can find something to go in there. And I've been padding out around the back here. I've been using a mixture of middle-sized rocks and smaller stones to pad out and support the back. I'm trying very hard to maintain the right balance between big rocks and little rocks, because I don't want to run out. I want to have a mixture in the wall itself, and I don't want to run out of rocks. I don't want to get up here and find I've squandered my big rocks or a big rock that I need further on. So I'm trying to keep an even balance, which is what you want to do anyway. I don't want to run out of rocks. I shouldn't run out of rocks. They all came from this wall that was here before, so that wall lasted for hundreds of years, I think. So there's no reason why I can't build a solid wall with the rocks that I've got. So let's keep going. Well, I've run out of time, I'm afraid. The sun's just about to go behind the mountain, which means I'm going to start losing the light, and also the temperature's going to go right down very quickly. So I have to pack it up for today. Haven't finished, unfortunately. As you can see, so near but yet so far. I've probably got about less than a third, maybe even just a quarter of the wall left to do. And I'm a bit worried about the rain that's forecast. What I've tried to do is I've tried to prop up the loose ground as much as I possibly can, especially where the wall meshes into the other bits of wall, there and there. I've propped those up as best I can. So hopefully there won't be any collapse with the rain. And hopefully it won't be too long before I can come back and finish this. I've got something to do tomorrow, unfortunately, and then the rain's meant to be on Thursday and Friday, and possibly some snow on Saturday. I don't know, but I just need half a day really to get back here and finish this off. So cross your fingers for me that we don't have any damage with the weather, and I'll see you back here soon to finish this off. Bye for now. Good morning. Welcome back to the Vigna. It's Wednesday today. I didn't think I'd be able to come to the Vigna today because I had some other things to do, but I was able to rearrange my schedule, and I made an effort to come back up because from tomorrow the weather is heavy rain and snow, and it's going to be quite nasty for a few days, and I really wanted to finish this wall, so I made an effort to come up. Okay, so let's see how we're doing. We're about 75% there. We've got some big rocks left, not many, but I've got a few. And yeah, we're running out of stones. So hopefully I may have just enough. But if I run out, I can always find some somewhere else. As you can see, stones are not in short supply around here. So let's see how solid we're doing, how solid the wall is. Let's do the walk test. Yep, that's stable. That one doesn't have anything behind it at the moment, so that's still free to move, but it's not wobbly. That'll be secured later. That's good. The rest of it's fine, no more wobble. One thing I noticed just as I was leaving yesterday, however, is that down here there's a big gap under this one here, which I hadn't noticed while I was laying it. So I'm going to have to stick something in there. And I put these stones in temporarily just to support this wall here. So those need to come out. So frustratingly, I'm going to have to start today by removing some stones before we can lay some more stones. So I think I'm going to have a coffee first and then get started. So there's light at the end of the tunnel. I think we've got to the end. I saved some nice flat stones, like you can see here, for the very end, to sort of top off the wall. They're slate, I think, which means they're not particularly strong, but they're helpful for the end when you need to make like a flat surface to the wall. So that's good. What's left to do now is just to do the hearting here and add a bit of topsoil in, and we're done. I don't know if you can make it out, but here, when you do the hearting, you try to put bigger stones at the back, and that makes like a channel in the middle. And the channel in the middle, you put the smaller stones and the pebbles and things to fill in all of the gaps and to make the wall nice and strong. So that's what we're going to do now. Hearting left to do. Fill in all of the little nooks and crannies, put a bit of topsoil, and we're finished. That's the hearting finished. Time for some topsoil. So look at that, I think we're finished. Let's take a closer look. So there we go, one wall. My goodness me, look at that. I'm really pleased with that. This is the first time I've actually done one of these by myself, so yeah, I'm very pleased with the results for a first time. The only thing really is that I'm missing a couple of small stones for the top there. That's more decorative than anything else. I don't add any stability to the wall. But another day I'll hunt around, find a few small rocks and put them on top. Anyway, so I hope you've enjoyed these two videos, and I hope you found it interesting. I really enjoy doing things like this. I like creating things. Doesn't matter what it is, I think creating things is good for you. You can be baking a cake or doing a painting or doing a YouTube video or building a wall, whatever it happens to be. I get a lot of pleasure out of creating things. Yeah, so if you like this type of video, please subscribe and hit the notification button, the bell icon. I've got lots of big jobs like this coming up. I think the next job will be repairing an underground water tank, so that we've got plenty of water for gardening next summer. So that's coming up. But there's lots, as you can see, there's lots of work to do here this winter in preparation for next spring and summer. So yeah, hit the notification, and I'll see you soon.